So, what was the point of the them doing this? Like, can you give me some context of what happened?
Uh, what do you mean?
Like,
Context
why
of
did they
what?
decide to go this direction? My answer.
Oh, well, I had a specific series of plans to get them some micro content while a couple players were out, and it took so long for them to prepare that I had to extend it to 2 sessions, and they still didn't finish it because they took so long to prepare.
I see.
So they're in the middle of a dungeon. It's supposed to be a small thing. Go in, get some looting, fight a creature, spooky creature, but you know it's beatable.
Right.
So, all right, so that's
So
all.
the question is, do I want to join them on this encounter? Tomb of
A
the
lot of
Iron
money to
Encounter.
be made because it's
Yeah.
got a yeah. Because I got it's a bunch of random loot all over the place, and you guys could sell it for a lot of money because there are a lot of rare parts. But it is what it is.
Okie dokie.
Think yeah. Open this up. Take a look at the chat logs. Let's see when was the last time. Okay, so there got some Savalar rolls and. Oh, I wish there was a date on some of these. Boo. Oh, okay. We're in the right place. Okay. When was the last ETS? Okay, moving up. So they were there. Uh, Day 26 DTS1. That's the last time I saw you make a roll. And we are currently at. Gosh, where are we at? What was the most recent? Day 28. Fuck. So they went not very anywhere.
Gotcha. Got lots of
Yeah,
rolls in.
they got a lot of
But
rolls in, but not a lot of progress.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they basically did a couple days worth of training. Yep. Uh,
Yeah, I'm just trying to debate if it's worth like you're saying, there's lots of loot, but is it I could get probably more money from doing alchemy than um so I'm trying to balance pros and
well,
cons.
you won't be able to do. I mean, you could do alchemy, but you're not going to get proficiency in alchemy anytime soon to be able to actually make pills and make money fast.
I've completed the first book though.
The first book is just ingredients
Okay.
and very basic alchemy, like ideologies and tenets. Uh, Alchemy is I've kind of sculpted it just like those wuxia novel stuff, where just to get to level 1 alchemist, you have to take a written test, which is 90% of the students fail. You have to do a gosh, what's that called? A panel interview where three individuals sit on a board and they ask you questions about alchemy. And you have to get 4 out of the 5 questions correct with really close accuracy. And then you have to make a specific pill at a certain grade or quantity. And then that's level 1 alchemy. And most NPCs in those stories take 20 years to just do that. Obviously, that won't be the case for players because you guys are awesome and special. protagonists, and you guys get all sorts of quicker progression. But there's going to be a lot of books that you're going to have to read, and a lot of practicals, and you'll be making really basic stuff to start. And eventually you'll get to the alchemy point where you can get a whole heckin' sauce of a lot of cash. But and hell, it even comes down to later down the line, if you're the only guy who can make a certain really desirable pill, you can name your price. It doesn't even have to be money. I need you to go beat up so and so. But it's really slow because everyone also thinks the same. Alchemy is a quick cash grab. Anything but. But you have something most alchemists don't and will never get in their entire lives, no matter how hard they try. They have an inner fire. And you have a tenacious fire, which is really cool because for alchemists, they have to use their inner energy to sustain the furnace. Obviously, the more powerful alchemists, they can leave the furnace and still remotely control its fire.
Mm-hmm.
But you have an inner flame, and it's tenacious. And you're going to be able to actually melt some ingredients that no one can. And you'll also be able to, if you really figure out how to to control the tenacious flame, you won't have to use up inner energy, because the tenacious flame will be like, I'm just gonna burn it. And you're like, yeah, that's like real, buddy, but only at this temperature.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you have one of the things that alchemists don't have. The only thing that you're gonna need are, just reading the books. Which is great. It's just not a quick cash grab early. There are some NPCs who have found pills on dead alchemists. Out in the wild zones, and post as alchemists in the field, being like, "Oh yes, I made these," to kind of give them prestige that they don't have. But being a real alchemist is one of the harder paths in the game, because you also have to contend with 4 different specific things. One of which is ingredients. Oh my gosh, that's going to get ridiculous. But you have another cheat code. You have an entire inner planet that you can turn into a medicine world.
Yeah.
Just a whole planet, just medicine world. You're like, oh, I need to go to this continent because it grows this specific series of medicines. And you'll be able to try again. Because you get one roll at the very end of the process for making a pill. And if you botch the roll, it explodes. Or burns. But for you, that could just be cultivation. You're like, oh, gosh darn it. Well, I guess that's 50 Marshall Dow points. Darn. What am I supposed to do with all of this loot? And they're like, you just wasted 100 Marshall coins on that pill. Well, for your information, Mr. Smarty Pants, I'm going to use the pill residue, the burnt ash, and I'm going to use it to seed the next pill, which increases its efficacy. And they're like, you can do that? Only if you fail.
Right. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, you said they started on 25 and landed on 28.
Yeah. Well, it's 26, and then we went to 28. I gave him a couple extra ones because Poe kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Something was going on.
He made a thing. I gave him a couple. I gave him 5 extra DTS, which I'll easily extend to you. But if you remember, you still have that deal with the Asherim, and it's about to come to a close in about a week. You need to show that you can make 10,000 Marshall coins. If you remember that one.
Oh, well, I do.
Yeah, and there's no way you're going to be able to get that much cash as an alchemist this early, even if you succeed at the tier 1 exam.
Yeah.
only like tier 3 alchemists can make 10,000 in a month really easily, because they have all the special knowledge, they have access to special facilities. You're going to need a special furnace, ingredients, pill recipes. That's why I kind of put that in the area. You have this area filled with a bunch of tech that's really rare, and there's a whole bunch of it. And if you guys don't want to keep any of it, you sell it. There's a lot of people who would be more than willing to pay a pretty penny for high grade technological materials, and they'll throw money at you guys. They can give you 10,000 martial coins, like the whole share, and then you just go show it to that guy, and then you redistribute the money back to the team, however you guys agreed. So,
all right. So yeah, let's start that journey on going to the dungeon then.
well, I got to give you that's 9, 18, 27, 32 DTS.
Cool.
I don't know what you want to do with it beforehand.
Well, like I said, I finished the alchemy book.
Yeah.
What do I gain for completing the alchemy book?
Scholastic lore, medicine, first check mark.
Because what was I doing? I was using chemistry.
Yeah, it'd be scholastic lore, alchemy, first check mark, and it's mostly medicinal ingredients. Each book, you can't buy extra check marks in alchemy with merit, and each book gives you 1 check mark.
Okay.
So it's a ton of work for a little progress, but eventually you'll get to a point where you can just lean on the profession, because it's so hard. It's also equally as hard, if not harder, for NPCs to be that powerful. And if you have a bunch of special conditions, as a character, like you have your fire, you have your failure Dow, certain alchemy organizations will just pick you up and sponsor you, and they're like, "Yep, he's our boy. He's gonna succeed." So you got I got quite a bit of DTS. If you'd like, you could spend a whole bunch of time just reading the other books from Professor Waffle, because he's got alchemy books 1 through 3 for beginners. The 4th one, unfortunately, he's like, it's out of my price range, and I'd have to owe somebody a favor, which I'm not okay, because they're very alchemists are very competitive, because they'll let you come in at the base, kind of like the ground floor, but they really want you to have to come to them to beg for the higher educations, and that's where they get you. So Professor Waffle can hook you up with books 1 through 3, which is check marks 1 through 3. Yeah. Because he's a cool snake,
Yeah. Second question: when do we know we're going to this thing? Is it like the 3rd day happens, then it's like, hey, we're going to do that kind of thing, or do we know beforehand, or is it just like day 3? One of the masters is like, we're going to do this kind of deal.
Yeah, the masters are like, they need an edge. They need some life experience. They need some stuff, because crazy stuff is about to happen. I also was going to plan on doing this raid anyways after the prelims, but we've had kind of a players just go missing, because Tim was also out for 2 days or 2 weeks because of his selling his house. I think Mr. Poe is gonna be out one of these days. I also know that we have We have Casey next week, but we don't have him for the 2 weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a mess. So I've kind of put the prelims on this kind of nebulous it'll happen. And I've kind of in game pushed it back a couple months lore wise.
Yeah. Okay.
So that because we need everyone there, in full honesty. Also struggling to keep the evening game going because one player is very inconsistent with their communication and not showing up,
Gotcha.
and one player had to dip out. So I'm really trying to play with the 2 players, but if it ends up being down to 1 player, I will ask this group if you'd be okay with that player coming down to the morning group. They wouldn't get merit until you guys caught up. Like they're a bit ahead, but I don't know. It's, I'm trying to refill that spot, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get the second player to show up more consistently and like actually talk with me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you guys don't want that, I'll figure out. I'll just put the evening group on hiatus because if you guys don't want that player, it's basically me asking. So
Yeah, I don't know. Even though I think it's Char, I would like to have Char play. I feel like 5 is too many for this kind of thing,
fair,
just with,
fair.
especially with combat. Um, uh, but yeah, let's. Onto the field actually. Get in line for the combat robot.
You get some. Music. So alchemy. So day 6 of alchemy V volume 2 is 150,
Okay.
and then it's 200. And then
All
if
right.
you find volume 4, it'll be 300
Cool.
progress. But if you have all 4 check marks in that, um, you're basically ready to take the written exam for the level 1 alchemist.
Cool.
Yeah.
So does Basic of Alchemy have the same bonuses that the first book had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah, same
+2.
bonuses, same progress. You also have all the special reading equipment.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, you have also your lunchbox,
Yep.
your thinking cap, and your reading glasses. Uh, he doesn't have volume 4, but volume 1 and
Yeah,
2 are available for
that's
reading.
fine.
He does ask them that you leave them here, because so other
Yeah.
students can read them.
Yeah, volume 1's still there. That's the only time I really read was inside his classroom, so that's fine.
Yeah, you did find a couple interesting things written in the volume 1. Just
Yeah.
it's like Professor Waffle went through and kind of scratched out a couple of the text and was like, this this is not always true. In this particular instance, this one exception, this happens instead. Take it
Gotcha.
from me. So you found a little bit of annotations. If you want, you could put Secrets of Alchemy 1 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
Because what's written in the books isn't always correct. It's especially the basics. They talk a lot about generalities, common practices, common doctrines, common protocols and procedures, and what is usually 90% of the time this information is correct. It's that odd 10% is what differentiates a good alchemist from a great alchemist or a master alchemist.
Yeah.
So, looks like Professor Waffle's a little bit of an alchemist who also
He's
is
more of a
willing to kind of.
generalist, if anything. All
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Yep. He also
Ah,
goes out of his way to, teach students. He's a bit of a rough teacher, but you're on the path, so it's understandable.
that would be. All
Not
right.
everyone's going to be good at what they do.
So, I remember because I ended up in here. It must have been a new day we finished on. Pretty sure. Because I know Casey had to do 2 more, and I was ahead of the group. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna go over to the combat robot and kind of put myself in line to use it.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to train?
I'm just gonna try and test my skills. I also want to scrutinize the combat robots or the people using the robot as well.
Fire away.
So
Go ahead and
while,
scrutinize while you wait.
while I'm waiting for my turn. Scrutiny. Good start. All right. I have a question. I probably have to build this power. But can I gain Dow points of failure on rerolls?
Only if you fail again.
Right. Which I like. So yeah, I'm going to do this at a -10, another scrutiny test.
Yeah. Dow points? No, Dow droplets. Sure.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Droplets. Okay. So that's 2 there. Second question. If I try again and I pass, would I lose my predecessing Dow droplets of failure, or would I keep them? Say I tried the scrutiny the first time, I failed. Tried it again with my -10, I failed. I have another ability that allows me to roll lower than 98. If I fail this one, and if I pass this one, sorry, does that mean I lose the predecessory droplets I've gained? So I failed twice. I got 2 droplets. I'm going to try one more time. And if I pass that, do I lose those 2?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to roll again, lower than 98. 1d97. Okay, 58. I'm going to roll Destined for Failure. And I need to roll something that's above a 66. I did it too. Okay, cool. So that's 4 droplets then, right? I failed the first one. I used the ability to reroll.
No, it's just 3.
Just 3? Okay, so Destined Failure won't give me an extra one if I fail.
Because it invalidates the previous roll.
Ah, fair, 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 fair. Because I passed that 58. Correct.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because it basically makes the pass never happen.
Yep. Gotcha. So there's three. I'm gonna give myself three droplets,
Mhm.
which is gonna give me another down point.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was one DTS. I'm looking on. It looks like that guy's gone. I didn't really gain much from it, but I'll try now.
Yeah. Robot needs to be set to a particular setting, or it just starts at level 1.
So it has to be at a setting then, eh? Who does the
If you
settings
want it
for it?
to, you ask what type of setting you want, or if you don't, it just defaults to level 1 and then works its way up depending on how long you last.
Do I ask the Battle Master Freya for that?
No, you just talk to the robot.
Okay. Good day, robots.
Ratings.
I would like you to put your settings on level 2 for me.
Understood. Processing. Are you ready?
Savalair takes out his sword.
Very well. He just has auto hit on every hit, so he's gonna hit you 3 times. That's his level 2.
Okay.
And
Auto
they
hit
all
is
are at
yeah.
minus 10.
Yeah.
Means he doesn't have to roll; he just hits. But it's always torso that he hits.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to use my ever burning liberty. I'm going to use flaming determination. Would I rest so I get my key back?
Yeah, if you rested, and only if you rest. Well, key also can return if you have a recovery technique built.
Yes, of course, but I'm not. I have to, do things for the recovery technique. So
Sure.
okay, um, let's do it. We're gonna do a flaming determination. That's gonna be -4, and that's gonna give me two more parry reactions. So we're gonna parry here. Um, yeah. Does riposte require a -20 still?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a Dow point of failure on this parry roll.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a build up kind of thing where the more you fail, um, in the active no, so I have to use a willpower test to use it, so we're going to do that first, but I'm going to use the Dow point of failure on the parry itself, so let's submit here. Okay. All right, 3 auto hits, eh? Because I can't do any more parries after that. Let's move that down as well to 2. All right, so hit me with the first damage. So I can dodge the second attack.
For the combat robot, it's how many hits you take before you're just knocked out. It's not actually a damage. He's not capable of dealing damage. He does an ability called Unsteady, and once Unsteady reaches a certain amount of charges, its effect then activates and then
Okay.
knocks you back.
How many
So
charges do I have then?
One per hit. He is currently at the setting where Unsteady 3.
Okay.
So if he hits you 3 times, you're knocked out of the ring.
Okay.
And you take 1 fatigue.
Cool. All
if
right.
you're knocked out.
So let's dodge the second one. Okay. So I'm at 2 right now because I don't have another reaction. Okay. So he did his flurry of blows, three hits. It's my turn now, right? Or does he have anything else he
Yep.
can do?
Nope. It's your turn.
Okay. We're going to do a lightning attack for -10. And so let's do this for a second. Yeah. So I'm going to do a lightning attack, and then I'm also going to do a liberation with the lightning attack.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do at a -10. I would like to do a Dow point of failure to try and fail this roll because I'm at a good point. It's like what 18%, no 19% chance to pass. So I'm going to use a Dow point of failure to try and fail upwards. So I don't get the lightning attack off, but I do a swift attack instead. And the degrees of failure are the in this case degrees of success for the swift attack. So I need 2 for a hit, right?
Yes, you need 2 additional degrees of success for 1 additional hit.
So can I use my my point here to reverse it in a sense? So instead of doing the lightning, I'm trying to fail and then get a swiftness attack instead. That is based off degrees of failure instead of degrees of success. What do you think of that one?
Could you take just a small moment to write it out for me? If you're trying to make a cool thing. Because then I can use my superior GM dirt brain to analyze it, quantum compute it, chat GPT it. uh, doo-doo-doo.
I'm ready. The reduced action So, right now we have a standard attack, which gives you a +10, a swift attack that gives you a 0, and every 2 hits, and lightning attack, which is at a -10.
But it's 1 hit for every degree of success, up to your
And
weapon skill bonus.
in this case, I did a lightning attack, which was the highest grade we currently have available. I preemptively downgraded. If I fail, I downgrade the step by 1. In this case, I would do a swift attack. But the degrees of failure, if I fail instead of succeed, I actually pass the roll. And I pass by degrees of failure instead of degrees of success.
Goofy.
I don't get to do the thing I wanted to do, but I get to fall into succeeding in a sense. It's not the best thing, but it's
probably do half the number rounded down of degrees of failure to the downgraded step. So instead of all of them, all the degrees of failure being transferred, only half rounded down to the next step.
Okay.
But that way you can upgrade it.
Okay, and that was 1 point?
Yeah, for 1 point. I think that's pretty good. You rake these in by a lot.
Yeah. So let's do the lightning attack. That is failing. Okay. So I only have a weapon skill of. Well, hold on. I hit my swiftness threshold. I need to check to see what you get from that. Weapon skill, agility, perception, intelligence. So I'm going to move my weapon skill up to 32. I'm going to move my agility up to 40. I'm going to improve my perception up to 49 and my intelligence up to 33. So, I do 3 attacks on it.
Okay. Any negatives?
Well, it needs to pass with over 8 degrees of success. Because that's the way the swift attack works, right?
Nope. Not quite, because remember you get half.
Yeah.
Because you went from
4. Oh, 4 then. It has to be 4 then.
And there's 2 hits that hit, so he needs.
I have 3 hits that hit.
Yeah, 3 hits. That means he needs 3 degrees of success.
Just 3? Okay.
Or he needs to pass 3 different. He needs to spend 3 different reactions. And he then just needs a base dodge pass. Because you can kind of divide it up. I'll actually write this down, and I've been writing so much because I got version 9 on the cusp of deployment of Fountain Pen. It changed a lot of stuff, and it's for the better. All the stuff that wasn't really working too well. But I still got to write a little bit more on the combat rules. So for multiple hits, you can group incoming attacks if it's made from a single action economy. You can use 1 reaction or 1 defense, dodge it, but you have to do better than their attack effort. So they would need, in this case, if it was a full-on lightning attack with 8 degrees, he would need 8 additional degrees to pass.
Yeah.
And that would use 1 reaction to dodge it all. Or he can go, okay, he hit me with a swift attack. I'm going to divide it up.
Sure.
I'm going to use more action economy, but I don't have to do better. I just have to pass.
Sure.
but that's a really costly method. um, so he's gonna break it up. He's gonna try and do 3, and since there's no penalty, he will just auto dodge. This is why this thing is frustrating. And it just stands there. Proceed to round 2 of level 2.
Yes.
Okay, attacking now. Prepare yourself. 3, 2, 1. And he'll make 3 auto hits at a -10 each. Since it's a
Okay.
new round, you have your stuff back.
It's enough for next time. So we're gonna do another flaming determination. I'm gonna use a reaction. I'm gonna reduce my key by 4. That's gonna be 7 out of 15. I'm going to roll a willpower test. Another failure on top of that. Okay. I'm knocked out of the ring in that case. Oh. All right, I'll give myself a fatigue.
Oops, sorry. I was on mute, and then I unmuted myself thinking I was not muted, and then I did that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, so let's punch him in the stupid face.
Oh no, I got knocked out.
Okay.
Because I
You're
only
like,
had
ow.
3. Right.
Okay. Yep, and you only take 1 fatigue.
Yep, I've had a fatigue.
And you can go back in. Like, just you basically get to go at the robot until you cannot.
Yeah. Was that a scene? One action?
Yeah, every time you engage it, it does use up a scene.
So all 6 or just like one of the 6?
No, it'll be all 6 because it's back and forth, dodge, parry, attack.
Yeah, but that doesn't really make sense to me, Matt.
Well, you get the 6 rolls.
Yeah, you get the 6 rolls, but
Think of it
like
this way: if you were to go engage it 6 separate times, and each of the individual attempts, you made like 30 rolls.
Yeah. Well,
And you're
to me, Matt,
cultivating off of each and every one of those rolls.
what's the difference between what Chung Po and Lorekeeper did outside the last session I was in?
I did it per round, I guess. All right. Well, this is going to be a long 32 DTS. Fuck. Because there's a lot of these. And we got to get through all of them. So, with the robot, we'll just automate it. One attempt is 1 roll. Each level, it adds 1 additional attack per level. It has an unlimited number of reactions. And it auto dodges or parries if there is no negative applied.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a negative applied, then it rolls for defense because now it can fail. And each new level past the first also stacks a -10. You fight each round 3 times. If you stay in, then you go to the next level. Now it's 4 attacks at -20. And you do that for 3 rounds, and you keep going up all the way to level 10.
Okay. So let's say that was 2 downtime actions then.
Okay.
First round and the second round.
Yep.
The next 4. Well, no, that's 3 because the first one was done under scrutiny, and then I lasted 2 rounds and got knocked out in fatigue. So for the next 3, let's. Does someone else go in?
No, you get your 6, and then you can then watch somebody else.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the combat robot.
Okay.
Spend a downtime action getting some food. Then I'm gonna go start the next book. I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm a hungry boy. Grants plus 10 bonus to the next 6 rolls. Plus 1 roll plus progress equal to the degree of success on the toughness test. I'm going to add plus 30 from rested to this toughness test. And I'm going to...
Is that a blinker?
Yes, definitely a blinker. It's the blinking into the next thing I'm going to do. Taking a right, I swear. Let's spend a key point. That's a good idea. Spend a key point to get that to a 1 pass. That sucks. So it is 1 degree of success, which should give us an extra.
Doesn't that say fail?
I'm using a key point to give myself a plus 5.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Game 2, 1 roll plus progress, degree of success on the toughness test. So just my next roll, I'm going to give it a plus 1 to it. Am I rolling Alchemy Scholastic now instead of Chems for doing this book? Reading Volume 2, Basic of Alchemy.
Okay. You hid under one of my tokens on the hidden page.
Oh, well, that's on you. I can't see that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, yeah. Well, do you need me to get all the bonuses previously for you?
No, I know what they are. I was asking about this, though. I used Chems for the last book I did for Alchemy. Am I using Scholastic Lore Alchemy now for it? Or am I still using Chems?
No, you'll use the new Alchemy book because you
Cool.
got to build it up. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
New Alchemy.
So I'm going to roll on Alchemy. Plus 20, plus 10, and another plus 10. Plus 20 from the book itself, plus 10 from the reading glasses, plus 10 because I had lunch, so there's a plus 40 total. and I still have 5 more rests I could use. So let's just add the plus 40 here. Good start. I love it. I would like to use a Dow point of failure to help me learn about more of the 1 out of 10 secrets of alchemy I have so far. So I'm failing to learn this alchemy book, but I'm learning more of the other side of it because what I'm learning currently isn't making sense because I'm failing to learn it. But I'm actually, I guess I'm falling into failure again about the secrets of. Is that something I could do now? Dow point for, like work towards that instead of just the book itself.
Dow point.
Yeah.
And drop. You're gonna
use a point, a Marshall Dow point of failure.
Yeah.
On instead of learning about the book.
Yeah.
And next in this case, the second check mark. I'm learning more towards the 1 out of 10 I have for the secrets of alchemy.
You don't know enough about alchemy to learn about secrets.
Okay, even though the first book, me reading it, gave me a 1 out of 10 progress.
That's because
of all the extra notes, right?
Yeah, all of extra notes found. Now, if you were experimenting with ingredients,
okay,
you
I could do it that way.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but this is you're just reading a textbook. Like you can't verify that any of this information is something that can just be a secret or not.
Right. Okay.
Or if it's missing information. So that's the tough part.
Okie dokie.
Excuse me.
Yeah. All right, let's try this again then. It's another plus 40.
Yeah, you're seeing the professor's notes in here as well.
I'm going to use Destined for Failure here to try and fail that.
Why are you trying to fail?
I want to see if I can get a another. I just want to continue the failing train of reading this book.
And you'll make no progress. There is a balance between success and failure with your character. Sometimes failing is truly the worst thing and the worst option for your character, whereas sometimes failure is the best option for your character. The difficult part is judging which is which. Failing to read a normal textbook could just be you wasted time. Or it could be, you're trying to cultivate. But failing repetitively on the same task over and over again with the same book and the same medium. Eventually, I'm just going to start giving you bonuses to the roll so that you have a pass.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Unless it's something that's just not capable of just kind of brute forcing. So, because you do accumulate a lot of Dow features, points and droplets, but you're also not making progress quickly. And alchemy does take a lot of time. Failing on the making of pills and other experiments could prove fruitful, but there's also going to come a point where you actually just need and want to succeed time after time after time, and that's kind of the paradox. It's an interesting paradox, though.
I'm going to use my reading glasses here to read twice as fast. So that one, that's a pass. That gives me. What did I write to you?
It's also in the chat logs, in case.
Plus 4 so far out of
plus.
150.
All right. You're on a magic journey. Magic journey.
Plus 40. So that's my second one. Here's my third one. Another failure. Okay. Fifth one, there's a fatigue as well. Success. Ooh, got a 1. Good stuff. So there's a your fatigue. Plus 12. Are we doing anything for the one map?
Well, that's some good.
Volume 2, a 1.
Yeah, we like the good. You can gain half the progress required for the book.
Oh, instantaneously.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You'll also accumulate your D4 to int.
Sure.
We like that. We like that sweet int.
Just 1.
So, you also get the insight into alchemy. These can be used later when you're trying to advance to another stage or another point. You'll actually need these because they're a resource. Because some of them will be, if you want to become alchemist level 2, you'll need X number of insights into alchemy. And if you have them,
can I not just use one of my insights per session then on my alchemy rolls to also get an insight into alchemy?
nope.
So
They're either
what's the point
generated
of
by a 1 or, well, insight into alchemy, it's not a rollable resource. Insight is you could use insights for plus 10 and then plus 1 to a progress.
So they're not the same thing, or are
Not
they
the same
like
thing, no.
Okay.
Let's just call it enlightenment of alchemy.
Sure, that sounds better.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need them. They're going to be a resource that you use to unlock different alchemy stages, or to force a quality of a pill to be a little bit higher, or to increase the chances of accomplishing a pill. So they'll be pretty important. You can earn them outside of 1s, of course.
Right.
They're accumulatable through, new technique discoveries, new pill recipes. Kind of like with Catalyzer Susie. If you go the distance and you go for speed, something's, you become the expert in the field. You get to kind of pick the rules and you get to have the gold leaf, and that's kind of enlightenment.
Okay, so
you'll need them. You'll need them.
It's not based off Tao. It's just based off a concept.
Well, the Tao of alchemy does exist.
Cool.
It's a job. It's a job.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so you can be a martial artist and an alchemist.
So
Uh,
I'm at 75. Is the plus 12 attached to that 75, or it just went up to 75?
plus 12 in addition to the 75. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Which is 87.
Yeah. Making progress.
Ready? So one. So that's my scene. I have another one. I'll go through that one now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my last one with the plus 40. Okay, failure. Now it's just a plus 30. Gonna gain another fatigue. Plus 4. Plus 4. Gonna gain another fatigue. Failure. I got 5 left, so let's add a plus 30 on our 30 for his plus 60. Oh, I failed on a 95. I snooze on the 95.
Oh, you fell asleep?
Yeah, does that just mean I lose my downtime, like the one downtime, or does it give me like I lose an additional downtime? What does that happen? Like I
You'll
start snoozing.
lose an entire DTS to sleeping,
Okay.
but you wake up with 6 plus 30s. You know, the usual.
So let me get this straight. I snooze and I go through 6 downtime actions. Is that what you're saying? And then I get another plus, or are you saying that I snooze once and then I like, yeah, you explain this to me more. Can you just give me a like I rolled a 90, I fell asleep.
Yeah, so you sleep for 6 rolls.
So you're saying I sleep for 6 rolls. There's no way for me to wake up.
Now you
I just don't want to burn through 6 of my downtimes.
you can roll a toughness on each of
Okay.
the rolls, but each time you fail, you sleep.
That's fine. I think that's a good way to balance it, at least. There's 1. There's 2. All right, so I wake up 2. So I have 4 left now. 1, 2. Go to sleep for 2 rolls. So I have 2 left now. 2. 2 rolls I can do for alchemy. Let's add a plus 60 of one of my rolls. There's another plus 4. I'm going to use a fatigue. Plus 4. And 2 more. I'm going to put my fatigue up to 7 beforehand, and I'm going to roll twice with the 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Save. Okay, and then I thank Professor Waffles, and I go to sleep for that day.
Mm.
So it's day 29.
No, you're on DTS 29 of the 32 you have to do.
That makes more sense to me because I thought I wasn't there yet. Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, 3 per day.
I rolled
Oh, no,
extra by using the
no,
glasses.
it's not 32. Sorry, it was 3, 3, and 3, which is 9, and then I gave them 5 DTS. I can't do math. Well, shit. So that's 14.
So a day and a half.
Yeah, Dane.
Okay.
Well, you get 3 days worth of DTS plus 5 DTS, so it's 5 days and 2 downtime zones.
Right.
Right? Is that right? I don't know if that's right. I may not be right. 4 days. 4 days and 2 DTS, so not 29. What am I talking about? I can't do math. It's way too much. So you did 2 of them, so you'd be on DTS number.
I'm going to say 4 because
12.
I slept.
Oh, okay. All right. So now we've got 11 left. Sorry.
Okay.
And then yeah.
All right. We wake up. We're going to do some alchemy. We're going to eat our lunch. So toughness test with plus 30. So I'm going to add 3 to my next progress. Let's do an alchemy roll with a I 8, so I get the next 6 rolls, get a plus 10. So it's going to be 40. Awesome. So that is it's going to be plus 7. And then we're going to gain another fatigue and roll again. Failure. All right, I fall asleep. Or do I? Yeah, let's roll toughness. Okay, there's 1 down, 2 down. There's 2 droplets there. I would just think it could be interesting to have a sleep mechanic where I fail to read it because I fall asleep, but in doing so, I dream about alchemy and what I'm doing, what I've learned so far.
Dreaming
Um,
about.
You could use a failure because 90s would be good in this case because it's only a 10% chance. And it would. It's a good idea. Do I want to go down that route though? Is the question. It's gonna kind of determine my path if I sleep through it. No, it's fine. Let's try another toughness. Okay, I passed. I wake up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got two more downtime I can use here. So let's try again with a plus 40. Using a fatigue to gain another roll. Plus 40. That's plus 8. Let's preemptively do the fatigue and roll twice. Plus 40. Failure. Let's use a key to give that a plus 5 for a pass. And one more. With the plus 40. Okay, I can go 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I used up all my lunch bonuses. Now I'm just at plus 30s. My target is 64. Let's do 12d100 and plus 6 fatigue. The first 5 rolls, we're going to add a plus 30 to them. Rested. $64. Okay. So let's re-roll the 96 with a fate point. Okay. And 8 times 4. All right, that should be some progress. And then that downtime scene is over. All right, let's do some math.
Math hard.
So 87 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 7 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4. It's 134, and then times 4 equals 32. All right, I've completed volume 2.
Add that check mark and add another secrets.
Okay.
Any overflow can go into volume.
The next one.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Secrets of Alchemy. Three, which is 200 out of 200. Not there yet, though, John. Let's make that a 0. You said any overflow, eh?
Mm-hmm. Especially if they're connected books, like in a series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 22 out of 200 right now.
Ooh! Making your way downtown. Walking fast.
So if we go back to your little note there, was 11. We did 2. And we did 2 in a sleep, so that is 8. Go at it hard, never give up, never surrender. For the first downtime action, I'm gonna go hit the thing. Gonna do a standard attack. Yeah, why not? That's good odds. Perfect. All right. I'm going to use Destined for Failure here to try and fail this roll. So I want to roll above a 42. Okay. I have rolled above 42. and I get it back. I was hoping to get another one, but I did not, so... Okay, it's there. I'm going to move that fate point into a bone coin, actually. See if we can get some good stuff going on. Okay, let us do some more alchemy. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eat lunch. Does eating lunch take up a downtime scene? I thought we talked about it before, and
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just ate well. All right, so we're gonna give myself a plus 30 to my toughness. That's fine. I still got a plus 10 for the next 6 rolls. Let's do one alchemy at a plus 40. Cool. So that's plus 4. And then we're going to do slash R. Five D100 less than 84. Successes. All right. So 5 times 4. I'm going to use 5 fatigues on top of that to gain additional 6 rolls, and there's going to be only at a 74 this time. One success. Let's do 5 more. And another 5 successes. So that is 6 times 4. Or an additional plus 44 total. I'm at 5 fatigue. I can only do this a few more times. So that's one downtime scene. We're going to do another downtime scene of alchemy. It's 30. Do 6. 4. I can do it right this time. There's a 92. So that 92, what are we going to do with that one? I guess we're just going to have to take it. And I won't make that 22 the toughness. It would be nice if we could do it that way. We should probably do it that way next time. But I'll roll a toughness test to see if I wake up at all. Or do I sleep? We're going to use an inspiration here on this toughness test. With a key point, I will pass that. And there's another one down. Go back to sleep. Six. We're going to have lunch with the plus 30. 75. And then we're going to roll alchemy once, plus 40. And then we're going to use 6 fatigue. And we're going to roll a few more times. Let's roll 5 more first. Less than 84. Ooh, 2 4s, but I got a 9. Like I was saying before, Matt, the toughness test to wake up.
Mm.
I was saying if I roll a 90 when I'm doing these 5D100s, the next roll should be the toughness test after, if I'm going to do it that way. Especially if I preempt it. I can roll again if you'd like, but that's what I was telling you earlier. I rolled the 94, I went to sleep, and the next roll after it, since I didn't get to choose. Or you can make that 4 and 16 the next rolls after I wake up. However you want to do it. Or do you like the next roll is the toughness test? It could be shitty too. Like I could roll a 94 and then a 94 again, which could it's a failure.
You can just do it the huge batch roll, and we just see if you stay awake or stay asleep.
Yeah. So the next roll is a 4, and I wake up. Right, and then the next one after that I'm doing is a 16, and I pass. So 3 out of the 3 times 4. Now we're gonna do /R 60 100s for the fatigues with the reading glasses, and we're going to do them at a 74 this time. Lots of singles. I fail 1, but I pass the rest. So that's 5 times 4. All right, we're in downtime scene 2. I only have 3 left that I could do. If I wanted to double it up. So let's do chem. Six D100, less than 4. Now I'm going to do these next 5 at 104. I'm going to add my rest bonuses to them. Okay, 5 successes. And then we're going to do 3 of those because that's all I can do. It's just a plus 30. Here's the first one. Second one. Third one.
Cool.
That brings me up to my fatigue threshold. I can't do any more unless I want to add negatives to myself, which is an interesting way I could utilize my failure Dow, because I'm putting negatives on myself at the risk of myself dying.
Could be bad.
Yeah. But at that point, we're just going to go to sleep, and that's another one down. So, 6, and we just did another 3, so there's 3 left. Never give up, never surrender. I really got to do some exercising after this, though. So my first ones, I'm going to do. I'm going to eat lunch with a plus 30 for my rest bonus. Perfect. Going to add plus 3 to my next successful roll. I'm going to do. First, let's add some stuff up, I guess. So 4 plus 5. Plus 5. Plus 3. 6. It's 5. So that's 68. And 68 plus 44 plus 22. So I'm at 134 out of 200 right now. Okay, let's do this. Plus 40. It's 40. Ooh, double 55s. Nice. It's 40. 40. I like to say that's 5 5s as well. 40. It's 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 40. 6. Okay, and now we're going to give ourselves 6 fatigue. The 100. And our target number is 74. If I roll above a 90, the next roll is my toughness test. 5 successes. Cool. 5 times 4. Give me another plus 44. Currently at 178.
Seems pretty good.
Okay. Let's add a plus 30 for my rest bonus. Okay. Plus 30 for my rest bonus. Plus 30 for my rest bonus. Plus 30 for my rest bonus. Plus 30. Last plus 30 for my rest bonus. Okay. I'm at 198. I'm going to use a fatigue to double read there. So I'm a 7 to 9. And last one with plus 30. Okay. That's 200 to 200. After reading this book, I'd like to roll a bone coin if I could.
Book number 3?
Yeah, after finishing book 3. Yeah.
Sure.
See if I can get some narrative attached to the completion. Maybe it will put me in the right direction of book number 4. It's not bad. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll use that middling narrative bonus for, is just a to point me in the right direction for the next alchemy book. Maybe a chance encounter comes my way, or
Sure.
something in the future.
Yeah. I think that might be arranged.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Um, and with that, I I go to sleep, and we're all cut up. At least for the downtime action stuff.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good to go.
All 3 books have been completed. I get another Insight of Alchemy, right? Or Secret of Alchemy?
Secret, yeah. All right. We're caught up. I'll get you into the dungeon. Started next session, so you can
Did
join
they
them
do
on.
anything in the dungeon?
They've looted so far. They
That's all
found
they've
it.
done is loot so far?
Yeah, they really haven't done much.
Okay, so there was no rolls they did? Okay.
Though there's a lot of rolls. They found a tree. And they looted the tree, but uh, they got you a cool little fruit.
Okay.
They got you stuff. They were thinking of you because team friendship.
Okie dokie. I guess we're all set up for next week then.
Yeah, seems so.
Suppose we'll end it here then?
Yeah,
All right.
that's the plan.
So do I only owe you for 2 hours for that then?
Uh, let's. mm, well, technically, it's one-on-one time, and however much time it takes to get you caught up with the group is its own session because it's just you. I know it was just a bunch of rolls, so we'll just not worry about it for this one because all we did was just dogpile rolls.
It's okay, Matt. I'll still give you 15. That's 2 hours and the hour for the session.
Sure.
Subtract that from the total.
Okay. All right. No, I don't want clarity. Clarity's bad. Shit's